I knew something was wrong the morning. My name slipped off my tongue like a stranger's coat. The coffee tasted sweet, too sweet. Victoria stood in the doorway watching me drink it, smiling. "You forgot your pills again," she said, already reaching for the mug. I didn't argue, I nodded. I learned to nod. That was the first rule I wrote in my journal. Let them think you're fading. I had welcomed Victoria once. Bought her orchids. Let her call me Mom after my son died. She moved into the guest room temporarily, then took over the kitchen, the calendar, the bank mail. She spoke slowly to me, like a tour guide in a museum I used to own. We used to laugh at night. She'd ask about my travels. I told her about Paris, about how money behaves when you watch it closely. She listened like a student. I mistook hunger for affection. Then the fog started. Names vanished. Dates smudged. I caught my reflection in the microwave door and didn't trust it. Victoria kept notes on the fridge. Doctor at 2, lawyer at 4. I didn't remember either. But the journal remembered. My handwriting changed, slanted, rushed, then steadied again. When I stopped drinking the coffee, I poured it into the sink. The drain hissed like it knew. The discovery came quietly. A bank alert on my phone. 42,000 transferred. Authorized by me. I stared at the signature. Mine, but wrong. Too eager. Like someone imitating confidence. That night I hid a camera in the sugar jar. I watched her crush pills with the back of a spoon. Watched the powder disappear into my cup. Watched her wipe the rim. I didn't cry. I planned. Second rule. Silence is leverage. I left at midnight with my phone and the journal. No purse, no car. I walked 3 blocks to a motel that smelled like bleach and regret. The clerk didn't look at me twice. Perfect. I called a number I'd memorized decades ago. The trustee, the man who once told me, "Control is best exercised after you've let go." My retirement trust had been dormant by design. Voting rights asleep. Assets quiet. Victoria had skimmed from accounts she thought were mine. They weren't. Third rule, let thieves steal the decoy. Over the next 3 weeks, I became a ghost with a schedule. Library at dawn. Phone calls at noon. Receipts photographed. Forged signatures compared. Toxicology confirmed. The journal filled. My mind sharpened. I set a trap with patience. I authorized nothing. I signed everything correctly inside. The trust. The execution began with a whisper. "You're outdated." "We're done here," Victoria hissed in the lawyer's office, leaning close, breath smelling of peppermint and certainty. "Understood?" I replied quietly. "Understood." That was the moment the retirement trust activated its voting rights. By Monday morning, the bank froze accounts. By noon, the board convened an emergency meeting. By evening, a question echoed through polished glass walls. Who just fired the person who owns 76% of the shares? Victoria didn't attend. She was busy calling me, leaving messages that swung from syrup to venom. "Mom, this is for your safety." "You're confused." "You're not safe here anymore. We're moving you to a care facility." Fourth rule, let them confess on voicemail. The confrontation was public. I wanted witnesses. I walked into the boardroom wearing the same coat I'd worn to my son's funeral. The room fell quiet. Victoria stood, color draining. I slid the journal across the table, then the footage, then the toxicology report, then the signatures, layered like a deck of cards that knew the ending. She spoke too fast. She cried too late. The vote was unanimous. Termination, referral, asset recovery. I watched the power shift without blinking. In the hallway, she grabbed my sleeve, nails sharp, voice small. "I was helping you." I looked at her hand, then at her face. "No," I said. "You were harvesting." She let go. Now I sit by a window I chose, sunlight honest on the floor. The accounts are restored. The money returned. More than money, really. My name put back where it belongs. I drink black coffee, bitter, clear. Final rule written once, then torn out and burned. Justice doesn't raise its voice. It waits. I don't miss her. I don't regret the silence. I remember everything.